This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Look at any train show and exhibition. Look at any train club. Look at any loft or basement. You're sure to find one of us there somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The language, the themes, attitudes, and personality of the presenter was not suitable for his own children, and he was a permissive parent. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. And any rebroadcast or transmission of this stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember rules for layouts. Number 1, it's your layout. Do whatever you want. Number 2, do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you what to do. And do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel for that matter. Just don't do it. Nothing good ever comes from it. Hey everybody, happy Friday and the end of a vacation week. I have been off work all week, and so now it's just a regular weekend and I go back to work on Monday. So let's jump right in and see who is all here today. A lot of great people. Jerry the Caledonian, nice to have you here, sir. Welcome. Chris, all hail the beard, is here. Leslie. And Greg, good morning to you over there in Aussie land. Hope you're feeling up to snuff today. Let's see. Bear Lane Stephen Price is here. So good evening to all of you in the UK. And let's see, I think that Lee is here. Hello, Lee. Jean Ricard, over on the continent. How are you, sir? Well, over on a continent, because we're all on continents. Thomas at Split Rock is here. Honored to have you here, sir. Nice to have you. Let's see, Jean Ricard again. Am I skipping anybody? Carl is here. Nice to have you, Carl, over in Dublin. Another of the British Isles represented. And Joseph Agliato is here. Nice to have you here, sir. Thanksgiving was very nice. Joyce, as usual, cooked an amazing meal with the aid of our 2 daughters, and my son brought in stuff, and his fiance was here, and we hosted his fiance's father because her mother is out of town visiting relatives, and so he was kind of left alone, and nobody should be alone on a holiday if it can be avoided. So we had him over here. Well, Chris from Go Via or Go Home, nice to have you here. Was enjoying your guys' roasting show while I was able to watch last night. 156 Andrew, I'm sorry I missed you first scroll, so there you are. And that looks like everybody I have seen on the list, but of course can't trust these eyes even with glasses. But I think that's everybody here so far. If not, I apologize. Not in the world of trains. It's has not been an eventful week here. I didn't do anything train related as far as work on anything. We had a couple of housing projects that needed done, and I finally took the time to do that. Just finished about an hour and a half ago. I had to fix. We had some people come in and do blow insulation into our house, so they drilled a ton of holes in our house, and I've had to putty them all up. And unfortunately, I have textured walls, and it's not fun trying to repair and match textured walls, but I did a yeoman's effort. The other 2 things, I have begun recording. I finished writing the script and begun recording the Big Gulch Christmas special, so look for that probably about a week before Christmas. It came out a lot longer and a lot more detailed than I originally planned. I thought I was just going to do a quick 10-15 minute cartoon. No, it grew into quite a story. So look for a Big Gulch Christmas coming your way. And some of you, most of you may have noticed I did reopen the Model Train Outsider show. It's been shut down for 18 months as I got addicted to live streams and just found it easier to do live streams than to produce the show. But a lot of people, of course, don't know who all those characters are. So there's me, there's the Ghost of 2015 me, and I enjoy the building the fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall, reestablishing the fourth wall, breaking the fourth wall, arguments between me and 2015. Is he really me? Is he really a ghost, or is it just me pretending to be a ghost? Blah, blah, blah. And the insanity of it. And plus, we brought in a new character who isn't new if you watched any of my challenge videos, but Dr. Zaius Dodge has appeared. And yes, other characters, some you've seen before, some you have not seen before, will be making appearances as I do the show. But I'm not setting myself on a schedule yet. I'm not going to say new videos every Wednesday or whatever. It's just as things come up, I will do it. But it's been an itch to get that show going. Hey, Eagle Creek Yard, nice to have you here. Thomas, the city I'm doing is Delmenhorst, Germany. Technically, the state is Niedersachsen, but if you Google Delmenhorst. So, for those of you who don't know, one side of my layout, this side, this is modeled on an actual city, although, having said that, very few of those buildings are accurate to the city of Delmenhorst right now. It will be eventually. But it's the city of Delmenhorst, Germany, where from 2003 to 2016, I did an exchange program where I took students over there, and then they sent some students over to my school. We had a great exchange program, and unfortunately, things led to it having to, well, it died out. Let's put it that way. We just could not get enough students to sign up anymore. All kinds of things changed. Hey, Peter Shaw, how are you? Ray Bobo, how are you? Yeah, I actually got the new full catalog a little while ago as being a member of the Merklin Insiders group. So I got the new 2021, 22 catalog recently. Or, yeah, 2021, 2022 catalog. The biggest problem is, Jean Ricard, here in the States, we are, because of the shipping issues, we are way behind on the Merklin magazines. Everybody in Europe just got issue 6. We got issue 3 like 3 weeks ago. We are way behind. So I don't know when we'll get issues 4, 5, and 6. But, and again, if you're here, please advertise your channel. I mean, some of you have bigger channels than me, but you never know when you're going to pick up subscribers. Speaking of that, bringing back the Model Train Outsiders show, that's where I will do whatever updates I'm doing. I mean, the live stream seems to really eliminate the need to do the show, but that creative side of me wanted to bring the show back. So it's back, and I figure I'll do maybe 2 episodes a month, but I'm not putting myself on a schedule right now because I'm doing so many other things. But and I certainly don't have a lot of plans for what I'm going to do on the layout just yet. I got a bunch of stuff I want to 3D print, and once I've got those printed and painted, if they come out right, then I'll go for there. Hey, there's Artie. Good morning to another Australian. How are you, sir? So anyhow, let's take a quick sneak peek around, and as long as I don't do anything more stupid than what I did before I came on camera, let's get some trains running, and you all can check in with the trains here. We'll just go to the big multi-view. So the Railjet is back out. My ICE-3 is parked. The ICE-4, you see him going above me right now, he's still running. I may park him for next week's show, but for now, he's the new kid on the block, so I'm going to enjoy running him. Indeed, and so I don't want to set myself up. There were times where I would do 2 episodes, 3 episodes in a week back when we had snowstorms a couple of years ago. But, you know, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but I am celebrating, or just celebrated, the 3rd anniversary of this channel. This channel started November 9th of 2018. Well, at least me posting videos and doing shows. The first episode went on this channel in November of 2018. November 9th of 2018. And then on November 9th of 2019, right before COVID, no, wrong. November, no, maybe that's right. Yeah. November of 2019, I did a 1-year anniversary show, which was a 1-hour special divided into 2 parts. I still think it was very funny. There's some cool skits in it. Joyce and my kids all got involved and helped with a lot of bits. So if you ever wanted to see some fun and some of the other characters that I do bring into the show, go back to the 1-year anniversary show, which was November, Model Train Outsider, episode like 31, 32. It was somewhere in there. And then I didn't do anything last year. I was just doing live streams last year, and I didn't do anything to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of the channel. And this year, I didn't do anything other than talk about it, celebrate the 3rd anniversary of the channel. But, so anyhow, we are running the Austrian Railjet right above me. 1 Railjet. And we're running the ICE-4. And then, let's see, who else do we have? You can see the single-decker white with a red line there. I'm running an IC1, not ICE, IC. The ICs have actual locomotives on them. The ICEs have control cabs. Hey, Melvin is here. Yes, Delmenhorst near Bremen. Yes. Yeah, it's yeah, it is a magenta and red with dark gray, charcoal gray undercoating. It's probably my favorite livery of any train. It's also right up there with my IC3 and now my IC4, one of my 3 favorite trains. Although we got a lot. So let's go to the 11-lane view and catch some of these guys coming around. I'm still running the European Express, but it's got a different locomotive. I put the Beethoven Taurus locomotive on it. And then I'm running a short freighter for you guys that complain I don't run enough freight. It's a short freight train. Obviously not prototypical, but what the heck, it's a freight train. And dude, what's up? And I'm running a very slow Regiobahn in the background today. Well, hello, my daughter Lynn. And hello, Kyan. Are you watching Opa? Hang on, let's go here. Hey, Kyan. Opa! That crappy new camera. But at least it gives you a different angle. And there's Beethoven staring at you all as he rolls past. Oh, because I don't think any run this short, Jean-Ricard. I say it's not prototypical because you usually don't see freight trains that short. But we're scaling things. That's all. I mean, I don't really worry about prototypical. I try to get my high speeds prototypical. So my ICE3 is prototypical, my Railjet is prototypical, the ICE4 will eventually be prototypical, although I was just talking to a couple of friends in Germany, and they were saying the ICE4 now really mostly runs in 12-car consist. I'm not making it a 12-car consist, especially on this layout. I'm going to go with the original, because it came as an 8, a 9, or a 12. Now they say it's pretty much always a 12. But that might just because of traffic issues with COVID reduction. So instead of running 2 8s, they'll run 1 12 just to save space. Hey, Tom Couples, welcome in. Yeah, Leslie, I was about to make that joke. I didn't want it to come rude, but I like, if somebody's nearing 100,000 subs, they don't need subs. They don't need subs. But yeah, a lot of people did not understand. Again, if you're new to the channel in the last, 18 months, and if you haven't watched any of the shows I used to do, I used to do 2 shows, one silly, which is the Model Train Outsider, which was supposed to be about me and my layout and any things I was building on it, including about 6-7 months into the show, I actually had a previous version of this table, and I tore it down and redid it into this form. So there's a bunch of videos that show me having torn down the old layout and built this one up. That was in the Model Train Outsider, called Under Deconstruction and Reconstruction. And then I did the American Outsider, which was a serious show talking about the American system. And again, no matter what you talk about, there's always a pro that's not right, that's not right. And it's like, we're trying to keep things simplified for the novice, the beginner. If you put an electrician and an electrical engineer in the same room, they will argue over electrical flow. And they'll both be right, but they'll also both be partly wrong, but they can never, I'm an electrical engineer, I know what I'm talking about. I'm an electrician, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so somebody will always find something wrong with what you talk about. What is the longest train I've ever seen? Well, I know here in my hometown of Toledo, Ohio, years and years ago, I was stopped at a train crossing in my car for a train that took, about 15 minutes to run through, and it wasn't going back and forth. It was just running through. And that was right before they put the law in the state of Ohio that trains cannot block intersections more than 10 minutes, which they'll sometimes do anyhow. But then half those crossings are now gone anyhow. We've really scaled back. We now have that Rails to Trails program, because a lot of the lines are shut down now. The red, yeah, if you're talking, let's see, what's the best view? Let's quick up the ramp. There we go. If you're talking this guy, this is the Austrian Railjet. It is their luxury high-speed train. And I say luxury because it really is luxury, but you don't, if you go first class, you're going to pay a fortune with it. But, you're not going to pay a fortune, but it's definitely, you can get up to, depending on where you're going and when you're traveling, $100, $150 a seat. in first class. But you can also, like Joyce and I booked seats, and we were paying $48 each. We were paying $48 each for first class, because we took we didn't get to ride it because our trip to Germany got canceled, but we had pre-booked. Your gelding is going to Wyoming. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't try to please anyone but me. I mean, we all know that adage, I don't try to please anyone but me. Ask Jean Ricard, he whines and cries all the time that I don't run my train Steuerwagen first, and no matter how much he stomps and cries and complains, I run them locomotive first. Hey, Andrew from March West, how are you? And I couldn't do anything serious anyhow because, A, I'm not a serious person when it comes to this kind of stuff. I just like running trains. I got into the hobby a few years ago, 2015, late 2015, and never was into it before, as everybody here knows. Could care less about model trains up until the age of 50, whatever I was then. But going to Germany, riding the trains, I fell in love with it, bought a couple of German model trains, set them up here, and it's been, you know, fun ever since. As long as I'm not accidentally leaving turnouts open and having my trains crash. Oops. Actually, I know I closed that. I don't know if I bumped the automated signal and reopened it, but I closed that turnout. Before you guys, before I came live, I was finishing a test run and changed tracks on a couple of trains, and I know I closed that turnout. And all of a sudden I heard bing, and two trains hit each other because the point, the turnout, the switch had reopened, and one train had changed lanes. You're still holding your breath. You'd be quite a shade of blue by now, Jean Ricard. But anyhow, just to repeat myself, anyhow, I hope you guys all, those of you that saw it, enjoyed the insanity of my series, beginning of series 2. We got all kinds of insanity coming. We did not get a song recorded because we were just busy with household chores and getting ready for Thanksgiving. So we did not record a song this week. Hopefully we'll have one for next week's live feed. I'm still holding out a little bit of hope that I might have my other two ICEs back for next week's live feed, but I don't think it's going to happen because I haven't been sent a bill yet. And until I get sent a bill, I don't think he's shipping them. But yeah, so, but we were working on Big Gulch Christmas, so Daisy and all those characters will be back. Hey, Paul, how are you? Stopping your dog from burying bones. As long as it's bones and not bones inside bodies. Hey, Andrew T is here. Hello, how are you? Chris Hatchell, how are you? Yes, I am currently running 2 Taurus. Would that make them Tauri? I'm running 2 Taurus. We've got the Taurus on the Austrian Railjet, and then I'm running the Taurus with the Eurocity train. Because yes, I did go through all the trains. I was running the Eurocity last week, but at Red Locomotive I put, he's one of the 2 trains I kept on. And, but I changed locomotive on him. So, 4 new trains, 5 new locomotives since last week's show. Well, hi, St. Blazy. How are you, sir? Yes, the Railjet does have a locomotive. Let me catch him coming here on the DB4K. I'll slow him down a bit so you can see him. Oh, not that much, dude. Come on. So, yep, that's a locomotive. All right, dude, back to work. Hey, Dwight Curley, how are you, sir? So the only trains I have that do not have locomotives are my ICEs and my two DMUs. Those are the only ones that don't have locomotives, and I'll double check to make sure I'm not completely wrong. Nope, yeah. So I've got two trains that don't have locomotives. Well, two types of trains. My ICEs all have Steuerwagen both ends. And then my two DMUs, which are both parked today. I don't know, can you see them from this camera? You might see one from here. Yeah, you can see one DMU. Why are you going so slow there? Dude, what is up with this? I don't know why he's having trouble. Well, I did clean that track. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's got some stuff on it. Yes, Andrew T. It is on the Railjet. It is a Taurus. You have the, I don't think they have any more 1016s, but it's the 1116 or the 1216 Taurus on the Railjets. And then the Beethoven, I believe, is a, my Beethoven is a 1016 Taurus. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Blazy. That's not good. I hate to pry into people's stuff publicly. My second daughter, she is prone to pneumonia, where she can get real nasty. Well, she had pneumonia, so she's got lung damage. She had pneumonia several times, and she has bad asthma. But she can also get chest colds real easily. Joyce can get asthma going really bad and allergies, but usually it doesn't. She doesn't usually get chest colds in that. But hopefully it's nothing too serious with the chest area, but that would be digging maybe where we shouldn't dig. How much horsepower in a Taurus? I don't know. I assume Google has an answer for that because I don't. But we'll keep our thoughts up for you. I've got too many friends that are sick right now. I got too many friends in the world that are sick. His name's not Dodge either, Jean Ricard. His last name is Stevens. He's a member of the Dodge family, but he's also a Stevens, and his last name is Stevens. I tried to talk my daughter to give him a Dodge as a middle name, but that was a little too pushy. I gotta check this out. Oh, let's go to... I want to see if he's bumping into something or what. Why he keeps stopping there. There's something in the way. Dude, what is up? just weird. Why is he stopping over there? Huh. Well, something I'll have to sort out. It's the first time I've run him over there in a while. Did I manage to find the reason? No, some days. I think I've got certain locomotives that definitely draw a little more power, even though it's supposed to be consistent. I probably just need to add the booster on my Central Station 3. But like my ICEs always run at speed. My Railjet lately seems to be running slower than the speed indicator. Normally he'd be flying at the speed I got him at, and he's just going a little slow. All right, Jean Picard. So I start saying I prefer Jean Kirk better. Yes, I do have the one. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out. My diesels don't have a problem over there, but all of a sudden my little Regiobahn is running that short loop, and it's stopping for a bit in this one point, and then all of a sudden catches up. And I don't know if maybe there's something greasy on the track, and he's spinning wheels for a bit and then catches, or what. But yeah, he just stops there. He'll just all of a sudden get going. But if all else fails, I'll just either change them out or change a couple of pieces of track over there. Yes, Chris, you can add a booster which you add to the CS3, and it just gives it a little extra oomph. Because again, I am running this layout with one controller and one power connection into my layout. The power connection is on I don't know which one. The power connection is on that track right there. That's where the power connection is. Hey, Tim JD. No problem. I woke up today thinking it was Saturday as well. I've had so many days off here. I did not have to work at all this week. Normally I would have had to work Monday and Tuesday, but our school system just shut the whole school system down for the entire week because of some stuff going on, and especially at my school. They just decided everybody could use a week's vacation. Normally we would have had we would have had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off for Thanksgiving. When I was young, we only got Thursday and Fridays off, but the last 2-3 years, we teachers have agreed to working longer hours on a couple of other events, and then they give us the Wednesday in front of Thanksgiving off now. For those of you who didn't know, yesterday was the American Thanksgiving holiday. I'm sure most people know. You hang around enough internet-wise Americans, but you know, there were years where Joyce and I would have 36 people in this basement where I now have a train layout. And we would host Joyce's family for Thanksgiving, and then we wound up doing it several years for Easter too, and then there were a couple of years where they asked us to do it for Christmas, and I got a little shirty about that. I got a little, hey, somebody else in the family can host something. You know, it doesn't have to be our house every holiday. It's a big strain on us, and it's a lot of work. And of course, Joyce is the primary. Well, she's the primary cook. A lot of people help cook, but you know, it's the big stress on Joyce, getting everything going in the kitchen, keeping everything organized. We try to help as we can, but it really is a Joyce show. It's a possibility if I wanted to plug in more lines, but I've always been proud I didn't need to do it. Well, you know what? That's going to annoy me. So I either park him and see about the diesel guy running. Let me see how he goes the other direction. Yeah, it's still the same problem. I'm just going to leave him off. Don't want to risk. That's interesting because the Z21. Oh wow! So you did see the IC. I believe that was their Roku had released the ICE3 with the green energy one. So $1,400 Australian. Wow. Because I can get, and that's just the basic 4 or 5 car set. Now the Australian dollar is worth about what, 60% of the American dollar, so that'd be about $800-900 US. Let me double check and see what we would be doing here. Let's just do it this way. Sorry, I was going to look this up real quick. Hey, where are they? Well, by gum, by golly. So, we will put... Come on, where is it? There we go. Open a new tab. And then Renaults. Open a new tab. So, manufacturer. Roko. Sorry guys, I'm just looking something up. I'll try to catch back up in a minute. Let's see if they got it here. Nope, not that one. Alright. Let's see if they put it in this headline. Yeah. There we go. All right, so let me come back in here and pay attention. Okay, so I was just looking it up. I would pay $580 for that same train, Artie, to get it from Germany. It would cost $600 with shipping, but I could get it for a total of $600 from Germany, 600 American dollars. That's the 4-car set. Now, maybe they're selling the 4-car set with the add-ons, but I don't know. So let me see. Shane just came in. Hello, Shane's Trains. Servus. Very good. Yes, in many parts of Germany, especially in Bavaria, they greet each other saying Servus, the old Latin greeting. So did anybody else come in I missed while I was bobbling around? Any other comments? I try to keep up with the exchange rate, whether I'm, at least the primary ones, like US to the pound, US to the Australian dollar, US to the Canadian dollar, US to the euro. I try to keep up with that. Yeah, the 4-car set with 3 decoders in it. Yeah. So, yeah, I can get that already. I can get that from my shop at Lipa right now. I could order it today and probably have it next Thursday. But I can't do that because that would kill Christmas for everybody else. But yeah, I would pay about $600 total for it. From the Turks? I thought it was Latin. Yeah, it's Latin. Yeah, a lot of Central Europe use it. It's from Latin, servus humilius, meaning basically your humble servant. Yeah, Greg, if you're still here, I haven't seen Gary, Creepy 13, but Artie, if you're here, Jean Ricard is asking whether there are Australian companies that make Australian locomotives. Yeah, it would be a lot cheaper if you got it through me. But then you might have to wait forever because shipping from the United States to Australia is either impossible or super expensive. Well, I apologize if that's what your girlfriend said. Maybe that's why the Germans started using it. I don't know. I just know from my Latin studies, servus is servant, or to service. It's where the English word service comes from. Maybe the Germans started using it, but the Czechs, the Poles, and other people throughout Central Europe have used it for forever. I mean, it goes back easily to the Middle Ages at least. We've read old Germanic text when I was studying, and also when I would teach level 4 in German. Hey, Ian from Lehigh, how are you? Which train is yours? Staud, which train is yours? And then you got Sarbus. And then it's like, you've got, in, of course, your Slavic languages, you've got all the various versions of Dobrý den, den dobrý, dobrý den. you know, because they're all related languages, but obviously Latin had an influence. It's like I used to argue with a teacher who always claimed that English was a Latin language. I said, no, English is a German language, but has been heavily influenced by Latin and some Latin-based languages like French and Spanish. But German or English at its heart is Germanic. Modern German and modern English are like, I guess you could call them second cousins. Dutch is the closest living language to English. Dutch is like a first cousin to English. What train is next on my list? That is a very good question. There are two. Well, let's see if I can pull them up for you and show them off. And you shall see. So give me a second. Let me find the window and go from there. And you guys just keep watching the same old train circle around and round and round and round. But let's go here. Whoops. Not there, dummy. Shit for brains today, I tell you. So, oh, where am I? I wanted to do this. Log in. So, okay, now I just got to get this up on a window, so bear with me. That's not what I wanted to do. Now, let's see how this is working. And I got that one. Okay, so here we go. So this is my current wish list. This is stuff that I have pre-ordered that I'm hoping will be coming in. You can see on the bottom are the add-on sets for my ICE4. Those are supposed to be coming out within the next 2-3 weeks. And then what should have been out last week is the one in the upper left. That's a little electric EMU. No, I'm sorry, that is a DMU. That's a little diesel one that I'm after and would be cool if I could get it as a Christmas present. And then the other one is a 3-car set that is a EMU. That's the EMU. That is a little, because these are both little short distance regional trains Joyce and I ride all the time in Germany when we're going there. But like that diesel one on the left, that's usually in a 2 or 3 car consist, and they're only making 1 car for it. So that is my wish list. That, or I should say my wish list, that's what I'm hoping to get next. Now on my wish list, there's a few extra things. Some of them might be out now, but most of them won't be. But like this Pico locomotive here, I'd rather have a American version of it, but this is due out sometime in the next few weeks. And then this 3-car set is due out someday, which I would like because I want to just replace my current Regio Bond set. Oh, they've got more of these in. I may put that on the list and tell Joyce just to buy that for me for Christmas. They got more in. I may tell her to buy this one for me for Christmas. But anyhow, that is the world I am living in. That is not what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, kids. Where was I at? No, I did want to go there. Sorry about that. You just are going to see multiple windows of stuff. Okay. Hey, we got Shay's Train and Shay's Unscales. Cool. Hey, Heath is here. Oh my God, Heath, you couldn't have been better. Your little live stream after our little bit about you in my in bringing back my show. That little bit about you, Heath, is you followed it up with all the stuff you were messing around with on your live feed and half of it not working, and wait a minute, I'll adjust it, and you finally got it all going. But that was funny. Hey, Somerset Andy, I'm doing pretty good here. How are you? But if anybody wants to understand why the ape from the future is picking on Heath, you have to go back to my the end of my video, the quit monkeying around response video, Ray Bubbles quit monkeying around bit. And in that bit, the ape explains that the human race 500 years from now has gone the way it usually does in some Planet of the Apes parody. And the only clues they have is that they found a bunch of stickers and t-shirts and computer stuff that all had Blame Heath on it. And they know that Heath Hurwitz was experimenting with technology to run all his varied train systems, and that somehow his messing around with all these different techs and mixing them all together created an artificial intelligence which decided to wipe out the world. So if Heath is feeling picked on, he can only blame Heath. Hey, Carl's here. Hi, Bang. How are you? So I just took Heath's little catchphrase and his marketing stuff, the Blame Heath, and just took it to the max. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, we talked about that before, the DB 188s. Wow. Because, see, I don't follow that era very well. But every now and then I will see on my sites. Now, again, they do in English. But if you go to my... I mean, first of all, you know you could Google and see who has it. But if you go to... In the United States, there's Renaud's. There's a website called Renaud's, R-E-Y. Well... I'll just put the links in here. Shrink that down for a second. Doobie-doobie-doo, where are we here? Because I just got them both up. So I'll pop this one in. Control paste. So that's Renaud's, and then figure it out, dummy. And so those are the two shops I do that would have the biggest selection and be able to find it. You just type in V188 and see if any company has it. Because, you know, most companies will be DC anyhow. I mean, Meriklin is the only one that is strictly 3-rail. But all the other European companies that I deal with, Pico, Roco, Rava, Jagendorfer Collection, although, yeah, probably not them. I do know this company. I know this company, Acme. They do a lot of World War II era stuff. It's just whether they have any out or those shops haven't been stocked. But Acme does a lot of World War II stuff. Lilliput, as in Gulliver's Travels, Lilliput. I don't have a link to their page, but I can put the corporate name in there. Well, it is the party stream, flashing camera or not. Unfortunately, it's two generics sharing a feed, and they sometimes clash. Yeah, Andrew T., I have looked at Modelbahn Union, as we would say in German, Modellbahn Union, and there's also Bessere Preise. But I don't know that they're price-wise, they don't really compete well with Lippe. They can at times. They might at times have a slightly bigger selection than Lippe. But every time I argue this, and if I were to give my German friends 10 locomotives, say pick any 10 locomotives and let's compare price between Bessere Preise and Lippe, Lippe will win better price by a bit. By a bit. 8 or 9 times out of 10. Every now and then, Bessere Preise or Modelbahn Union will have a better price. But overall, Lippe's the go-to. And anybody on this side of the Atlantic, Lippe is they'll tell you Lippe is the best. I got 3 Americans in here that will tell you they love Lippe. And then Tommy Canada is a big Lippe fan as well. Yeah, Lima made the 188. Well, you know what? Let's stop doing this because that's just screwing me up. And hey, Andy T. Andy T741 is here. Welcome in, additional Andys. It's getting to be like on the Sidetrack Sunday with all the Johns. Okay, Shane, if you're still here, on eBay right now. Oh, for goodness sake. Let me pop this up here. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. If that's what you're looking for, it's on eBay right now, but $249. Now, I will tell you, the guy selling it, Jim's Hobby, is a great guy. I buy all my track from him. I don't buy trains from him, but he's a great guy. Very trustworthy site. I know Jim's Hobbies, but that is a Class 188. It's just, and that's American. Well, that's 3-rail. That's your problem. Duh. I should have thought about that first. But that's a 3-rail. See, I immediately go to Maryland. I wasn't even thinking you got to be 2-rail DC. So Maryland, the Lima. But if you wanted to buy it, you could easily convert it to 2-rail. And I mean, based on the great stuff you did for Jason, the train freak there, I would assume you would know how easy just to take that ski off and isolate the wheels or whatever you'd have to do. I mean, I forget that's up your profession. So you could go for that way. Otherwise, but you know, Maryland's always going to be really good quality. And that's a model that came out 3 years ago. I'm not finding anything specifically. Let me see this one. Oh, that's in the UK. But if you want to specifically find it in 2-rail and not have to convert it, Because usually there's a Trix version of it, and Trix is the Miracle DC. But I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing an auction on Euro eBay sites, but no American eBay site. There's Picklick has it for 188. An Austrian eBay has it. The Canadian Euro rails, but they're really expensive. But they may not have it. There's just a link to it. But yeah, there's a UK site that has it. But again, I don't know where the... You want somebody to make the cure, and well, there's so many people that are now ground level doing 3D figurines. Now, obviously, they could do it under the table. Obviously, the band members would have their images licensed and copyright protected. But there are a lot of guys that will do that, or you just try to find a company that makes it. Because I used to, when my fingers weren't so ragged, I used to do customized HO figures and 28mm figures for my wargaming, and I would customize. I am still customizing some HO scales. For example, I have a figure on a train, which is in honor of my friend Uli, who died in 2014 of cancer. 2013, I'm sorry. He died in 2013 of cancer. And I am making, except I'd have to find where he is now. I put him down somewhere. I'm almost done making a personal customized HO figure of my friend Heinz, who died Christmas of 2019. I've had way too many friends die of cancer in the last few years. And of course, most of you know my dearest and deepest, longest, best friend died in July of a combination of cancer and COVID-related issues. So there's a lot of people that will do that, and I'm up here not showing trains while I'm on here. Sorry about that. And I'm not doing any of the close-ups, so who's at a good close-up right now? Because that one camera is just... That is supposed to be 4K, and that is absolutely awful. That is just a crappy camera. That's a great angle. It's just not a great image, so I'm going to replace that with a different. This is the same camera that Steve Childers talked about getting for $24 or whatever it was, so I went and bought it. I think his looks a little better on his layout, but yeah, this one, it's supposed to be a 4K, and mine is a piece of crap. You know, it's supposed to be the exact same thing as this thing, but you look at this. This is just a beautiful image. This is just a fantastic image. Those of you guys with great layouts, imagine this camera, which I paid, I think, $59 for 4K. And there's the Railjet coming at you. Thomas, educate me. What is a Solaris board? I mean, like a display screen, like a big one? Well, hi, Ray Central. How are you, sir? Could I get it up there? because on my layout at my bus station, I actually have working mini Arduino boards that Dale Schultz made for me that have the actual real-time bus and train departures from Delmenhorst. So through the Wi-Fi, it connects to my computer. The problem is, since I hardwired my computer, I have to reset the codes, and unfortunately, the computer those codes are on are gone. I got to contact Dale and see if he will send me the setup for my new computer. All right, you take care, St. Blazy. Hopefully you get through it. Oh, so the old flipping boards. Okay. In a lot of ways, that would be cool. Now, the same Dale Schultz, I can set up a timetable and put it on my TV, the same timetable that reads over on my Delmenhorst side, which is to my left, to your right. Can also be projected onto my TV, and it does it as a Solaris board, you know, where they all flip over like that. I've had it on my TV at times just for the fun. How's my layout coming along? See, the word coming implies progress and movement. So it's staying just fine. My layout is staying just fine. It's not coming along, but it is staying just fine. No, I don't own any American locos. And no, I would, and I've been asked before, and it, you know, outside of going politics, nothing ever offends me. Well, insulting my wife and kids might offend me quite a bit too. But no, I don't even own an American local. American makes a couple, and I only got into trains again about 5 years ago, and it's through the German. I have traveled extensively in Germany on the German rail system, so I fell in love with the German trains and wanted to recreate that. So yeah, I unfortunately I'm all about German trains. I'm not anti-American. I don't have any experience with American trains. Now Joyce and I, we have dream trips of we want to take an Amtrak across country, and then I would have an excuse to buy the American Amtrak, and then we also want to do the Canadian Pacific, what is it, the Pacific Highway or whatever, and go across Canada and go up to the Canadian Rockies, or maybe just do it as all one big loop. Take the Amtrak out, and then take something up to Canada, and then take the Canadian cross-country one's got a name, and I can't remember it, and do that. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't even have knowledge of American trains. Randall Ellison, who I'm sure most of you know, he tries to educate me, because I'll ask him, because he doesn't condescend to me. He's like, yeah, that's what we call an E44 or an F44 or something like that. Okay. So then I might ask, well, is that one? No, well, that's a 70, or, I am trying to learn, because I watch a lot of American channels now. But even when I got into trains, I was watching only German channels, spoken in German, running German trains. And then I actually discovered a guy named Jim Hovermotion from the UK who ran German trains, but did an English channel. Well, he's from the UK, but he did his channel in English, and I thought, well, I'll watch him and see what he's got to do. And of course, he's got this gorgeous layout. Jim is one of the people I worship. Huge man crush on Jim. And then slowly I started discovering all these UK channels in 00, and I think I know more about the UK train system than I do the American. And trust me, I feel ashamed. But you just got to remember, anything you would buy would have to be 3 rail. Everything I do is Miraklin 3 rail. And I've seen the big boy, but the big boy's a double whammy. It's American and it's steam. And I've got my 2 steam locomotives. But like, the Miraklin, Miraklin made an ICE that came over to America as the railjet. There is a railjet that is a Miraklin ICE. Well, hello, Christopher. But again, I am retiring in June, and that's when I will probably, I'm going to the UK for 4 weeks. My last day of work, if I go in, is May 30th or 31st. I forget if May is 30 or 31 days. 30 days has, whatever. But I probably will turn in my keys, skip work that day. June 1st is actually supposed to be my last day of work. We have to go in for exactly 1 hour in the morning to turn in our keys. They make us come in for 1 stupid hour. But I'm turning in my keys the day before, because June 1st, Joyce and I are getting on a plane going to the UK. And Stephen Price, we've got to talk to you. For God's sakes, we've got to remember to set this up. Time is wasting and money is going to cost more the longer we delay. So try both my emails, Stephen, and tell me when you're free. See, this would have been the perfect week. I was off all week, but we've been doing, I wasn't thinking about it because we were doing Thanksgiving prep. Yes, I make everybody a moderator, Shane, so you can advertise your channel or another cool channel you've seen. I don't get uptight with that. Some people do. And everybody just keeps it cool. I've never had, we call it Knights of the Rhomboid Table. Everybody is a Knight of the Rhomboid Table. That could be genre card. I forget the name, although that name's not the one, but there is a Canadian one that goes out there, Canadian, Skyview, something like that, whatever it is. Joyce and I have seen it, and we would love to see Western Canada. We'd like to see everything west of Winnipeg, because we've never been that part of Canada. We've always been in Ontario, Canada. We haven't even been to Quebec, Canada, or Quebec. But that's little vacations we'd like to take where we could just cross country in the train, sleeping cars. But that's the difference. It's so much more expensive in the United States. I was looking at the price of an Amtrak with sleeper card, because Joyce and I were looking at, maybe we could do a quick getaway over Christmas break or something like that. And it's 3 times the price of what the same length of trip in a sleeper car would be in Germany. It's weird. So, yeah, it's the German trains. And even with German trains, all I know is modern era. All I really know is modern era. I know the names of some trains, like the Rheingolds, because I've got 2 of those steamers from the 1920s, 1930s. Those are the only non-Era 6 trains I have. Era 6 in the German model making world, Era 6 is anything post 2000. So modern era, it's the only train I have. Technically my IC1 is Era 5 because it goes back. So, and of course when I got into the hobby, Joyce, my wife, had a rule, which is don't buy a train unless you've ridden on it. But of course she turned right around and bought me a freighter. And I've never ridden on a freighter. Well, I will look into that, Leslie, because we were looking at. Let's see, what was that? Isn't it just a lot of pine trees? Nothing wrong with lots of pine trees. I'm a city guy, and I don't like camping. I don't like roughing it. I can, and I have. I know how to kill and gut my own animal if needed be. But I've had way too many bad experiences camping. Roughing it to me nowadays is a hotel without a jacuzzi. That's roughing it to me these days. But I have been in tents as tornadoes blew past quarter of a mile away and knocked us off. I have been in a camper on the Rocky Mountains when a tornado came down and caused our camper to fall. Total distance of rolling was about 150 feet, and me and my siblings were inside of it bouncing around. That was not fun. I was camping with Cub Scouts and Webelos, and we went out and camped in tents, and a massive deluge storm hit us, and we did not put our tents up very well. And I have been camping with family and had mudslides. I do not camp. Yes, I do. I know, I'm learning a lot of my UK locals. I know modern era German and some older era German stuff, but like the TE, the Trans-European Express, the Rheingolds, the Württemberger C-Class. You know, I'm familiar with those, but if you start typing up a V188 or something like that, it's over my head. I only know about V188s because I've been asked about them a couple of times, because there's a couple of guys doing World War II dioramas. Yeah, moral of the story, don't go outdoorsing with me. But Joyce and I love to hike. I mean, we love going down to when we're in Germany, going down to the Alps and hiking the Alps. We love to, when we go up into northern Michigan, we love to walk around the woods up there. I love pine forest. Love pine forest. I'm in heaven in a pine forest. But, like in UK, I know what a Class 37 is because apparently it's really beloved. And then the Class 66 is international. So I've learned a few of the UK locomotives. But if you stick 10,000 steam locomotives in front of me, I couldn't name a single one. Even Germans. I know what a BR-01 is because I got a Christmas train one. I've got a BR-50 and then a BR-51 and then a Württemberger C-Class. And that's about all I know. And even then, I wouldn't recognize them if you set them up there. I know the letterings. I know what 462 means, or 480, or 242. I understand that nomenclature, but I just never was into trains. No connection to trains. My dad bought me a Tyco Santa Fe Super Chief F7 or EF7 kit when I was, it was 1969, so I had just turned 6. Christmas of 69. And by 1971, it was in a box and never played with again. Yeah, I love pine forests. I love the smell of them. I love hiking out in them. That's why I love the Alps, because you get up a certain level and it's almost all pines. And then mountains. I love mountains too. But it doesn't, and it's not like I look at steam locomotives and hate them. I'm just not into them. But my father built everything. My father built cars and motorcycles. My father was an electrician. There are 3 houses in the city of Toledo that my father and his brother built themselves. From laying the concrete foundation to all the plumbing, all the electrical, all the lighting. My dad would buy land and build a house. And then he'd decide he didn't like it and move again. And finally, he had unemployment issues, and we had to move into a rental house for a while. And then when he could finally afford to buy a house again, we bought this tiny little dinky crap paper, rice paper walled house that belonged more in Japan than the United States. It wasn't really rice paper walls, but if you leaned on them, you'd break them. Yeah, I'll have to learn the lingo. Paddington Station. But, but I love what I'm saying there is I love the hand artistry. That all that piping and boiler and everything was built by men with, at the earliest levels of the industrial age, but often by hand, not machine presses. They made it by hand. And even when it was machine pressed, it was still men who went out there and designed these things and built these things. And I always admire that. Some people are haters. If they see somebody doing something they can't do, they hate them. They're jealous of it. I will admit I'm jealous of it, but at the same time, I just admire handiwork. I don't care if you can paint, play piano, rebuild model train engines, build a gorgeous layout, make model trees. I don't care what it is you can do. If you have a skill, or you work on that skill, or even if you don't have the skill, but you just do it, I'm just not a hater. A lot of people are haters. Hey, Michael McCarville, how are you? Nice to have you here, sir. When I come there, well, we'll have to see someday, if Joyce and I could ever make it to Australia. I don't know where, well, when Joyce comes down in a few minutes, you can ask her where Australia is on her bucket list. Joyce is happy to travel. Joyce just likes new. Joyce just wants, even when we go to Germany, and she loves Germany, when I take her there, she wants new. Let's not go to a city we've been to before. Let's go somewhere new. And there are places I want to go back to. But she's like, no, I want new. Can't we please? The only thing I can talk her into is Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg. Anytime we're in Germany, we go to Hamburg to Miniature Wonderland because I'm going back there and she's not going to say no. And she actually loves it too. She loved it so much that she asked us to pay the higher ticket price and do the behind-the-scenes tour to pay for that behind-the-scenes tour. All right, Ray Bowell. Ha, Bowell. But it is very much a, okay, maybe I'll catch it next time around. We'll see how that goes. And do it again, bow. So let's start setting it up. Well, I'm waiting for him to come around. Okay, camera, where are you? Let's do a little bit. Beep, beep, beep. All right, Somerset Andy, take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you later. No, I don't care. I just want camera. Okay, is he coming around again? Yes, so I gotta slow this dude down. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get in here, get in here. Okay, just stay there. We'll be with you shortly. Well, we'll definitely look into it. We do one. We try to do one trip every summer, and we just, we're so used to Germany because it's outside of Canada. Germany is the only foreign country we ever go to. We've been inside the Netherlands. We've been in Austria. We've been in the Czech Republic, but it's always been just something we did while in Germany. So we know the train systems. We know how to travel cheap, but the German train system is very easy to understand, whereas the UK train system isn't. The UK, it's really hard, and one of the things, we're not worried about the money a bit because I'm retiring, so I'm getting my big retirement buyout check. Pretty much hey Mark, how are you? But we were looking into it, and I forget if it was in the world or in Europe, but the UK is the second most expensive per mile traveled railroad system, either in Europe or in the world. It's the second most expensive. The UK is very expensive. Beep. Okay, we are good to go. Now, the first thing I want to try to do is, will it work this way? Will it work this way? Come on, Railjet, go through. Otherwise, I'll just go the standard way. Oh, the battery says it's half dead already. Oh, well. Okay. Now, give me a second, people. It's going to go dark for a second. Don't panic. 3, 2, oh wait, nope. Failed that because I forgot to do this first. Because somebody's a knucklehead. I am having Brain Fart Friday, man. Brain Fart Friday. Alright, why is that not coming up yet? Alright, let's start it over. Alright, well, let's let you guys... Huh. Why are you not broadcasting? You say ready. Oh, because somebody I know is an idiot still. An idiot still. Let's see. I want to see. Now, yes, I've got to adjust some things here.
Let's see. I want to see. Now, yes, I've got to adjust some things here.
Okay, so we want to rotate this. Transform. All right, let's see if this can get through the station. So we will go slow. 3-second delay. Now, obviously, everybody's saying, oh man, you can see the part of the wagon in the front, but hey. Well, hi, Gary, how are you? Good morning, sir. I just got to see if this will get past the station canopy. Yep. All right. Well, there you guys go. A little cab view, a little look into my world. My little Dumb and Horse station. There we go. So, and now the big nothingness. Although that map up there is a map of the, well, from 2005, the rail network in Germany. So for those who have never seen a cab view of my lack of a layout, just all the little crap I've thrown around over the years. Here it is. There's the ICE4. Notice I haven't been highlighting it a lot. Hark, I hear a gate. Is she about to make her dramatic entrance? All right, Ian, take care. Here, I can add one more camera here. I just forget which one to add. Ah! What are you doing? Oh, grabbing the chair to hit it. Is it this one? Have you started turning it yet? Nope, it's not that one. So, I can never remember all these cameras. And, so, add. Which one is this? That is an Exigo, isn't it? Yeah. Is it this one? Nope. Yeah, it's that one. The flickery one. Oh. So there you go. Now you can turn around and... You don't want the flickery one? Oh, you went too far. There you go. Oh, and Joyce, I got a question for you. What's about this and you meeting some ape from the future and not telling me about it?
Oh, all the things that have happened down here, how could I possibly keep up with telling you? All the aliens and everything I got through! I decided it would scare you too much.
You have a space alien from the future and you don't tell me about it.
No. I figured it would upset you too much. And I didn't want you to be too worried about your layout. If you buy that.
Oh, and apparently we must destroy Heath Hurwitz.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. I couldn't stop laughing Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, the best way to follow up my first episode where I was teasing Heath with Blame Heath was then he did his live feed with all the mechanical errors. Perfect timing.
We're just laughing our
Messing
head
with
off.
technology beyond his control.
Beyond his control. He could not figure out how. They couldn't hear him except for poor Rick, who was the middleman.
No, the video.
It was too funny.
Your guys' video with this will lag, because for some reason it does lag when I show it.
Yeah, honey, this is almost frozen and staggering too.
Okay, well, we'll get rid of it then.
So what did you have that was making it stagger? And yeah, hi everybody.
Wait, is your
and
camera
thank you,
staggering?
Happy,
Oh,
yeah,
heavy.
it is, yeah.
No, CPU should be good though.
Looks like it's frozen right now. If you look at it, it's
Oh,
frozen.
yeah,
And
well,
a gap, so that's what everybody's seeing.
yeah, whoops, okay.
So see if you can fix it, but yeah, better not be like Mr. Heath Hurwitz is going to cause an AI that will destroy the world.
Because you're on that there, not there. Let's get rid of this, yeah.
Yeah, so no, he knows what's going on, y'all. He's trying to fix it. But hopefully smoother. So no, it's everybody. I can see it on this one that it's staggering, and we're still staggering it. Unless you fixed it cleanly there.
Nope.
See if it catches up.
Said audio's good, but, well, let's shut that off and see if that saves issues.
Okay.
So, oh well, yikes.
Yeah.
I overloaded it.
Okay. Well, can you turn a few things off?
That's what I'm doing. I'm shutting a couple of things down.
Okay, so yeah, he's trying to fix. Not on your side, guys. It's ours.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah, this is Tim.
Way too many
so-
cameras working.
Yeah, he turned you into Anthony. I know. I saw that split rock.
I thought you were
Thomas.
changing the name.
Yeah,
there,
we thought you
Thomas.
were changing the name, Thomas. We were seeing that. And yeah, so he turned you into a different name. That's funny. What's that on me? Flash it. See if it helps. Yeah, my nose is itching.
I'm going to take the camera
My
and
nose is
everything
still
off.
itching. Oh, under my back wire on my nose there. Oh. Yeah, Lindy, I sent you a text if you didn't catch it. But you might be watching on your screen, so.
Did you refresh this?
No, I thought you did.
No, I was going to, and then I wanted to take the camera off and shut it down.
Yeah, you can shut mine off.
Yeah, it's better, but...
Okay, I think it's going more smoothly, guys. Would you agree?
Yep, it's back. Okay, there we go. If you refresh your players, it should be okay, because we just did it here. And,
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you just did. Whoops.
no, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, okay,
I have to
good.
take this off, and I don't
Gotcha.
want to short it out by derailing,
Right,
just to get that car
right.
off these. I need a telex decoupler. There we
Some
go.
guy named Kaiser Soze. That's a movie reference. isn't
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, I catch up slowly.
I love that movie. A lot of people hate on it, but I love that movie. I thought it was great. Who is Kaiser Soze?
Oh, now I'm with you. Okay.
But that was me back there. Who is Heath
Yeah, you
Hurwitz?
had to do that. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw that he turned. Oh, okay. See, I thought Thomas, you were the one doing that. It was, it was even more monkey business by Heath.
More monkey business. Hey, I like that. There you go. That's a good one.
That's funny.
You know funny.
I do know funny. I married funny. The Follow tractors arrived in Sydney.
Oh, cool, Gary.
Nice, yeah. You can send stuff to yourselves easily.
Yeah, I just had way too many cameras going. I had the feed from my 3D, plus I got the other 4K camera, and I just got, that was too many. I should have turned off the one 4K camera to do the,
Too many.
yep, too much.
We only have 14 people in here. I hope all 14 have hit the like button.
Well, they probably saw everything going wrong and left.
Yeah, that might be.
Or they just got tired of me and left.
Oh, that could be too. David had his ID stolen, so he's just now Dave. Okay.
Ba-dum-bum. David.
Okay.
ID off. David leaves the baby.
Gotcha.
It's been a long week.
It has it.
It hasn't. It's been a long last 2 days. And me finding out you've been consorting with monkeys from the future behind my back.
I wasn't consorting. I was threatening.
And apparently, you release a bunch of albums when I'm gone. You take all these train songs I write and release albums.
What is a girl supposed to do? I had to replace your income, you know.
But who would buy them?
That's quite the question. Well, apparently in the future, a lot, if you're an egg.
You're going to use the Miracle Wire turnout controllers, cool, and the Miracle Wire color coding.
Okay, cool.
Someday, I may do that,
Yeah, he's watching the
but
video today.
I just do it all digital for now. Look at that gorgeous ICE floor.
That's a very pretty IC.
And you hanging around with monkeys from the future. That's okay, I keep being haunted by a ghost from 6 years ago. I haven't told you that either. Have you run into the ghost?
I sleep with the ghosts.
You sleep with the ghost.
And the current one.
And the current one. I don't recall any three-way. Hey, honey, just because I run
It's
three-rail
very
doesn't mean I
cozy.
go three-rail that way.
Okay, I think you need to leave me alone, Mr. I'm the writer, or at least your 2015 writer. You're going after me. Amazing Punch, you're the electric place.
You know, I told you guys a while ago I had stuff planned for a new episode. It was trying to sort out how I was going to do that whole three-way bit and time it. That took a lot of work.
It did take a lot.
Because
of
when
work.
I'm interacting with Dr. Zayas, I can't cut splice those together.
Right.
I have to, and you know, I'm not a trained actor. I don't, memorizing one 5-sentence speech is tough enough. Memorizing 10 different speeches to interact on the board with.
He did a lot of ad-libbing.
And plus I always ad lib.
He was just sort of
Hey,
approximate.
Evo, how are you?
You only have 12. He
Yeah.
was only approximately.
Well, now it's 13.
Evo. Yeah, so no, I think he cut out his cameras and that fixed it, so. Or it was just me coming down and being confronted.
No.
So, anyway. But no, that
Dr.
was
Zayas,
a,
Dr. Zayas.
that was a lot of
Dr.
work
Zayas,
putting
Dr.
that
Zayas,
video
Dr.
together, but it came out
Dr.
pretty
Zayas.
good, I
Hey,
think.
Luma's here. Hi, Luma.
Hi, Luma.
Ave Luma. Lume. Well, she's sleeping with a host too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am, but if it's not too personal, are you a virgin? What?
With 3 children?
If it's not too personal, how much more personal can it get?
Right.
Yep, she's a virgin. Like for Brian, come on.
Like for Brian, yeah.
Right. The ghost of 2060 doesn't show up. Yeah, it's been hard explaining to a lot of newbies to my channel who the ghost of 2015 is. I got a couple emails. What's with you in the white shirt arguing with
Oh,
yourself?
for heaven's sakes, just go back and watch the first video.
They're hard to watch.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, well, I mean, the funny thing is, going back to that first video, and why are you still moving? I shut you down. He keeps stopping there
Oh.
and getting stuck, and then he'll suddenly come unloose. So I just shut him down because I think it's the loco has the issue.
Could be. There's not enough track to get it too messed up.
But, yeah, even the title was a reference to the original, the title of Series 2, Episode 1 was reference to Series 1, Episode 1. The
Right.
first
Yeah, I
series of
forgot to
Model
put the
Train
title
Outsider
on.
in November of 2018 was called Introductions and Explanations. So this episode was called,
More.
no,
No.
it was called Reintroductions and No Explanations.
That's right. No explanations. Yeah, he doesn't need help. Actually, he probably needs a lot of help, but he doesn't need help with ideas.
Okay, Thomas,
They swim around in his
Thomas,
head.
I don't know if you've ever bothered to watch any of my old original shows before I started doing live streaming. The ghost was yelling because he had been put in hell for 18 months. He's a little pissed. I suppose if you had been cast in hell for 18 months and then let out, the person that cast you in hell, you might be a little bit loud with too.
They do tend to argue a bit, though.
But yes, they
Well,
argue.
that's the
Usually
thing.
not loudly, but the whole idea is they do argue. They
You're
bicker.
right. You were doing a lot of yelling.
Oh yeah, it was,
Yeah,
but it was
you
meant
were.
to be that.
Trust me, the whole house was hearing you.
Yeah.
The Ghost of 2016 is more right by
What
now.
Ghost of 2016? That's the Ghost of 2015. I don't know a Ghost of 2016.
Yeah, 16 just gave it up. They gave up the ghost. Because they didn't need to be there. Oh, thank you, Artie. Andy. Andy too.
Another indie, because we got Andrew
I
Turnage.
know. You have to be pointed out.
We got
There's a lot of them.
a lot of Andys.
There's a lot of Andys. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much. Every time I play something she sings, she's like, oh God. It's like, you do have a nice voice, dear. Not every song is in your key, but
He was sent to Cleveland. You could just say Toledo for that matter, but he had the fire and the cobwebs and everything. Not very Cleveland.
there's a lot of places we could call hell. It could have been Hell, Michigan. Or Texas. Or Florida.
Like you saw the Flames, right? And the Barry Manilow songs. I was suggesting Kenny G. Not to
Yeah,
hurt
you
anybody's
suggested
feelings.
Barry Man. I was doing Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
You said I should mention Kenny G.
Right.
I didn't play any of them for licensing sakes.
I was
But then I went with Frankie Goes to
It was
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
I decided to take a shot
I
at
went
them.
to a chiropractor for, I don't know, 3 months or something. He fixed my problem. I mean, it worked really, really well. But I won't go back to him because he had Kenny G radio on. And, oh, buddy, I didn't mind Kenny G before I started it.
Oh, I always hated Kenny G.
Well, I didn't say I liked it. I just said little bits of Kenny G was tolerable. Now turn it off. Oh, my gosh.
Who's the dude that did the
4
flugelhorn?
notes and I'm done.
You had the big song in the late 70s. The flugelhorn player.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I do more than you do.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle Stevens, how are you? And don't hate on my city of Cleveland there. Although I did take a shot at Toledo while I was at it in there.
And,
She didn't like it though. She didn't like me making fun of Toledo.
Make fun of Toledo. It's got enough issues.
She's only lived in Toledo. Well, no, you lived in Cleveland for a year.
Right. Yep. And there was a lot to like about Cleveland.
Cleveland was very cool. We lived in a section of eastern Cleveland that really had 5 different addresses. It could be East Cleveland, it could be Cleveland, East Cleveland, Solon, Ohio, Garfield Heights, and Maple Heights. It was like right on the corner where all these burgs came together, and your mail could be delivered to any of
I
them.
figure as long as you had the
Street address, right?
street address, and the zip code, you were fine because, gosh, it was.
'Cause, yeah, we got it.
It was just fun to get the mail and see what city they thought we were in today.
But yeah, we love Cleveland. We lived in Cleveland back in '87 when
Yep.
they really had their great football teams with with Bernie Kosar and that.
That was an amazing thing, being in a football town with a winner.
True, Toledo.
Yeah,
Well,
Toledo's
that's why
Spain.
we're Toledo. Toledo is Spain. Toledo is
Yeah,
Ohio
we were named after
and
it.
Illinois and Iowa. There's Toledo in at least 3 different states, but those are the ones I know of. Toledo, Iowa, Toledo, Illinois, and Toledo, Ohio. And the only one that matters is Toledo, Ohio.
To us.
To us. But this Toledo actually has more churches than Toledo does.
Yeah. That's funny, Toledo.
But, no, we did, what were we babbling about before we went to? I don't remember.
Yeah, we were talking about
Train of thought is
monkeys,
derailed.
And then we were talking about singing, and then we were something.
You went to the Alhambra, that's nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
With the Hall of Secrets, which is actually the Hall of No Secrets. Because your voice, it was a trap.
Ah, I see. Because you would whisper and everybody could hear it.
Caliph or whoever lived in the Alhambra when they built that palace, you know, it was the Moors. He built it and would always have it let out that it was the Hall of Secrets, that they could talk privately there. But it was designed so that the sound would amplify up above, and he always had 2 listeners up there to listen to who was being treacherous.
Oh, trying to catch his enemies. Daddy just got gossip.
Yeah, that Caliph
Your
is
father.
really nice.
Carol?
Toledo equals the Alhambra equals Toledo. Well, we don't have an Alhambra in Toledo.
No, we don't.
The only
That's it.
Hall of
Maybe we
Secrets
should
is
have
our
one.
bedroom. Hey, David Cook, nice to have you here. Speaking of which, I gotta try to find all those pictures people sent me between changing computers.
Did you put them in a file?
I hadn't downloaded them all. I was saving them there, and all of a sudden, like 3 of those emails have disappeared out of my email.
Oh, surprise.
A couple of people sent them to me on Messenger through Facebook,
Okay.
so I just got to dig back. I thought I uploaded them and saved them.
You doing voices tomorrow? Tonight?
Are we what?
Doing voices
Oh, I'm
tomorrow,
not doing
tonight?
voices tonight, but I'll start recording tomorrow. I got to break it down.
Yeah.
But Big Gulch Christmas is ready to go. I've already downloaded additional pictures I'll need.
Nice.
I just got to find a silhouette Christmas tree that I can superimpose over the Donner Family Restaurant.
Cool.
And then I just got to remember how to do some of the voices.
Oh, we'll get to them.
For, you know, Smokey's always easy to get to. It's all a bunch of horse poop. Smokey's always easy to get to.
Right.
Diesel Dan's always easy to get to.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, I don't know what to say. A little bit of work to find Silas. I just got to stop my Elvis and then move it up to Kentucky. Now, look at here, Sheriff. Get on with it then. So there I'm back.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Don't sneeze now. What am I supposed to do, Matt? So there's the sheriff. Matt Clark's a little tougher to get to.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of work to find Matt Clark again. Because sometimes I'll slide into the sheriff with him. Because they both start as Elvis derivatives.
Right.
Thank you very much. Now, Smokey, you need to. So there's a little bit of Elvis in Matt Clark. I have to go to Elvis, and then I shift it over to Matt Clark. Well, thank you very much. Now, Smokey, you know that's not allowed. So it's not quite there yet. I have to work it. I'll have to listen to me doing Matt Clark again.
Yeah, we will.
But you've got Daisy and Lil.
I'll have Daisy, and I'll have Lil.
And it's always easy. Donna Lott is easy because she's just my Queen of England voice. Hello, peasants. Hello.
Oh, are you Christmas Eve?
Um,
3:30.
Yeah, we plan on doing either a Christmas Day or a Christmas Eve show, one or the other. It's just on what we're doing, because what time do we go over to Lynn's for Christmas Eve party? Isn't it more like 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
So I either do a Christmas Eve or
Jay
Christmas
works.
Day, but yeah, we'll be doing one or the other.
We'll let you know when it gets closer.
Because we've got, because the Christmas in Big Gulch, the Matt Clark Christmas special will not be part of a live stream. It's going to be a separate one-off or two-off. I might have to split it into 2 parts, and I'll do them as premieres.
Just do it as one.
So I'm not, if it's going to come out an hour long,
It's not going to be an hour long.
well, yeah, it'll be at least half an hour, though. That's a long time to do a premiere, I guess.
Ooh, that's terrible. Why is your power going out, Leslie? With bad weather?
Well, they're having tons of rain in the south and eastern parts of Australia because Gary and Artie have been talking about it.
Gotcha.
Greg was here briefly earlier, said
Right.
hello.
Yeah, I thought I saw him. No,
Oh,
I didn't.
okay.
No, I didn't. Never mind.
Okay.
I did not.
No, you don't have that. You got Heath Hurwitz. It's always Heath's fault. Remember, blame Heath. And again, if you're not watching my videos, I wonder how long Heath will put up with me harassing him about it.
He's 2015's going after him.
But when you, yeah, the Ghost of 2015
He's
is
going
find
to
Heath
find
Hurwitz and prevent him from
himself
destroying humanity.
being hunted.
Oh, there's Greg. Yeah, oh, I understand, Greg. I just didn't know if you weren't feeling up to.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's quite alright. No problems at all. So, alright, you're leaving.
All right,
now.
well,
Bye.
okay, Greg, take care.
We understand. Anthony does the same thing. He gets on my feeds and does something in between. Like right as back parked up.
Yeah, the Alhambra's
You
in
were doing that
Granada,
thing,
right, not Toledo.
Ah, okay, it's raining.
That's right, it's in Granada. Because Granada was the capital of the Moorish section of Spain.
Gotcha. Let's see, we have a storm. Okay. We've just, at this point, we had a front go through, it rained, and now it's cold, and you get snow flurries every now and then.
I got my Christmas lights up early.
Yeah, I know the lights
2
are
weeks
up.
early.
You even turned them on.
Yeah. Well, the family was coming over yesterday, so I
Yeah,
wanted to
they
see
were
it.
happy to see it.
Yeah, I didn't hear when they left how they liked it because they, when they came in, they weren't
Yeah.
really on.
Right.
I was holding Kyan when they went on because Kyan went, ah!
Ah, okay. Did
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I knew something was going on, but I wasn't sure what. There was a lot going on yesterday. A lot.
So
going
apparently
on
it's raining
yesterday.
everywhere around the world. Should we
Yeah,
check
really.
satellite images?
Who pissed off God now?
I know somebody who would be, I can't think of his name. He was always the Russians and the scalar waves,
Oh, right.
conspiracy theorist.
Oh, right. Yeah, he was something else. Okay.
Well,
so
we
a
had-
lot of weather.
A couple of days ago, we had high winds.
When you put the lights up, it's windy today.
It's much windier today.
Yeah, it's howling.
All right, Andrew T. As
But
in
it's-
turnage, take
but
care.
it's not
Well, it's
doing a lot.
Andy T and Andrew T. That'll keep them
Gotcha.
separate.
Sure
That's
will.
good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's you this time, Andrew. It's been fixed. Before it was us.
Well, Toledo is just a
Anyway,
little bit south of Madrid
Choo-Choos.
in the center of Spain. Toledo is south of Madrid in the center of Spain. Granada is much further south. And then there's the Costa del Sol. Costa del
I'm
Sol.
not cooking tonight.
No, I figured you were ordering.
Yeah, something. Not hungry, but I'm probably getting hungry fast.
Greta won't be happy. She wants us all to burn. Oh,
Is that a song?
no. Yeah, Toledo was the capital of Spain at one time, and Granada was the capital of Moorish Spain.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Alhambra is
Yeah.
in. We were just talking about Toledo and the Alhambra at the same time. No, I was not saying the Alhambra is in Toledo.
No, he knows it's not.
No, I know it's not. It's
Yeah.
in Granada. It's down in southern Spain. But It's a gorgeous. I've only seen pictures and videos of it, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous.
It's Australia, political, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, we're in the dark here.
No,
It
speaking
is
of
dark,
Australia,
stupid, sorry,
I
Jake.
suspect Cousin Kenneth will be making appearances in the episode soon.
Yeah.
I've got all kinds of cousins will be making appearances in the new Model Train Outsider.
Yep.
Hey, Kieran, there you are, sir. How are you? Miss
Kieran.
seeing you around, dude. Don't talk like we used to.
Yeah.
But we All right, well, Melvin's taking it. All right, Melvin. Thanks for sharing some of your time.
I'd like to ride the gelding too. Fuck you.
What's that?
You guys want to go ride the gelding? I'd like to go ride the gelding too.
Yeah. He's sending it off to Wyoming for
Oh.
something. Yeah,
Wow.
it's been stressful for him.
Gosh, that is stressful.
Uh,
Gotcha. Why didn't you take us to? It's okay. It's 5:30. Hey, you can hang out until 6.
yeah, but we can cut early.
You can do whatever people want to do.
Well, we never had a huge crowd today anyhow. I had nothing special
you
going
haven't
on.
had a big one since I've been in here, but you've got 32 likes, so they've been generous.
I'm doing well, Kieran.
You've been very generous, thank you.
Doing pretty good. I had the week off work. The only negative is that now it's a regular weekend. I've still got tonight and then Saturday, Sunday off, and then Monday
but
it's back to work.
I think this
for,
week
what,
was
3 weeks?
this week was good for us. You got a lot of creative things going.
I got a lot done, but not as
You
much
did.
done as I wanted to get done.
You
but I
got
still
all the holes filled in.
Yes, I got all the holes that the
Yay!
insulation people put in.
Yep.
Filled
Took
in.
him an hour.
I still gotta
If you
paint
put
them.
it all together, it took an hour.
Don't go there, woman.
I'm glad it's done.
Because I finally came up with a trick to make it go fast. Now, if you want to
Yeah.
see how long it took a month and a half for me to
To figure out,
figure
how
out
to
a
do
way
it.
that I could match the patterns in the wall. Because see, that's the problem. Patching drywall is no problem.
Right. Yeah, you can do
The
that.
problem is we had plaster with texture.
Yeah. Very,
And
very,
we
very
had
textured.
80 holes through the house where they drilled big holes. Not little holes, they drilled
they
big
were
holes.
big. But you know, through the power of Google, we actually figured out the pattern.
Well, something close to the pattern.
Yeah, well, it was that pattern, but it was a derivative of it. But it was still, I forget what it's called anymore. But we found it, which is kind of amazing.
Now, derivative is the right word, but this is a derivative of that. But this was
It worked.
a crazy
I
derivative.
think it's going to work just fine.
You don't look at the nuances like I do.
You don't think it's going to be fine?
I think it's okay. It's the best I'm going to do because you'd have to pay some high-end pros super money to match that pattern, and it would have been messy for them to do it. So I did a yeoman's job with my drywalling skills to patch it all up. Well, and that's very funny. For him it was, but the truth is,
Yeah. Took them a while.
there will always be people predicting the end of the world because eventually they will be right.
Yeah.
Now,
somebody
whether it's
did.
5 billion years when our sun burns out, or Kim Jong-il finally figures out how to launch nuclear missiles, or China decides to invade Taiwan and we all get involved to stop it, you know, or asteroid hits the moon and ricochets it out of orbit and it hits, something will end the Earth someday.
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 Hopefully,
I'm not going to worry about it.
hopefully not in a long time.
Yeah, I need to clean that track. I'm going to have to take him off, park him, and then just run the track
It's
clean
pretty
card
easy to move.
over and over. But but they were acting a little silly. So yeah, I don't know why he was doing it. The Diesels weren't doing it, so I wonder if it's that loco
Yeah, it could be.
pulling all that weight.
Easier trying to fix the trains first.
Yeah. Well, that's easy to put the cleaners on and just have them on circles. That's
Yeah.
not an issue.
Right. You probably don't do that one very often.
Well, I did all the ones that I run the trains. The thing is, the parking areas need cleaned.
Okay.
Like when I park the ICE, of course the ICE is now in the ICE 4's place. It has to move over one. So when I stop today, before I turn
There you
everything
go.
off
You can do a video
of shunting,
of shunting and moving your trains. A lot of people like that.
you know there are some suggestions that are best kept in your head.
You can ignore them as you do.
Yeah, but you're supposed to hear from
Many
these
of my
people. Half these people will be like, oh yeah, do
Oh,
that.
that'll be cool.
No, it's not really shunting. He just pulls out and pulls back one. And I
This
make you run over there and say,
Miracle
okay, hit this switch.
Price is 30%. Wow.
What is 30%?
Miracle will raise the price is 30%.
Well, they haven't done it yet, Luma. See, for those of you who are, Luma's one of the Miraculin haters. Luma does not like Miraculin as much, even though he has Miraculin.
Yeah. I think we need to do this. Sunday, December 12th.
What's that?
This is at Ottawa Park here, Lighting. I think it looks like it could be fun.
Oh, the Ottawa Park tree lighting. Okay,
Go
yeah.
with high-end, but there's no trucks and the horse-drawn wagons and
Okay.
ice skating and ice carving and it's
Hunky-dory,
Santa's
peachy
gonna be
keen.
there and it's gonna be cold and I'll freeze, but it could be fun. We'll just do a family thing and I don't cook dinner that night.
See, you got Jean Ricard already going, but that's just to be belligerent.
Yeah, follow the source for sure. I'm just trying to help
See,
you.
Jean Ricard.
You're close to 1,000. It would help you to get a little more. Just come and say, oh, look at that cool train thing he did.
See, Jean Ricard is living proof of the duality of Denmark. Here's a country that, we're peaceful, we're very progressive, we all love, it's all great, but you are descended from Vikings. And that Viking blood is running strong in you, Jean Ricard, because you're quite a vicious
You
little
keep
axe throwing.
Lighting little fires wherever you go.
He keeps thinking I'm Lindisfarne and he's
Ah,
Ragnar Lodbrok.
Hey.
He's Canute the Dane.
Products happening like toilet paper last year. Oh, was that everywhere? Toilet paper hoarding? It wasn't just an American thing?
No, it was all around the world.
Oh, poopy. That,
Fun.
oh, that, that destroys my faith in humanity.
You mean you didn't mean that
I
pun? That was
just
just an accident. You're
I
just naturally
thought,
funny.
it was just us
Wait,
Americans
stop,
that
stop,
are so
stop,
crazy.
stop.
I know, I'm squealing.
Your voice just went 3 octaves,
I did.
and there are squirrels on.
I know.
There are squirrels on phone lines
I
3
thought
blocks
it was
over,
just
going, "What the?"
us. Dang it! I really thought that was just us.
And you still haven't found train you're looking for.
No. You don't have any Scottish. Yes, you do. Oh, it's that whole,
I have a little bit of Scottish in me. It's really bizarre.
It's the,
My mother.
yeah, your mother.
My mother. Now, both my mother's parents were born in Germany. Okay, they were both born in Germany.
Oh,
But
you're lighting, John. You're lighting.
her great grandfather's name was Crawford.
That's it, the Crawfords.
The Crawfords,
Yeah.
that Crawford, the county in Ohio is named after him. He was a colonel under George Washington, but then anyhow.
Terrible.
His father was from Ayrshire, Scotland, or Ayrshire, Scotland. Ayrshire, Scotland. But then, so part of his family stayed in America, But then one of his great granddaughters married a German and moved to They were in America. He was German. She was Scottish descent. They married. He decided to go back to Germany. So it's weird, but yes, I have some Scottish in me. The Crawford, Clan Crawford.
Yeah,
I forget which.
Where's your Crawford kilts?
They were. All I know, it was.
You guys are making me sad.
It was magenta with green ribbons. It was magenta. I forget what clan they were related to. But they were Clan Crawford. But they were a branch of one of the more famous clans, you know.
Where's your coat?
I don't know. Liverpudlian banter can get pretty good.
Oh. I love pudding.
And Australian banter can get good.
Apparently it's good when anybody argues.
Any banter
There
in
you
this
go.
house gets good.
That's
Joyce and
it.
me can get going.
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
we never do.
We never banter.
No, never.
But my late friend Dean and I, that was banter.
That was banter.
And he was Scottish.
Yes.
He was very proud of
he
his.
was.
Dean McConnell.
Alright, bye Artie.
All right,
Hope you feel
Artie,
better,
take care.
buddy.
Have a good rest of your weekend, Saturday morning over there. I will pop into your live stream tomorrow, I think. I should be able to. I don't know if I'll have much voice because I plan on recording a couple hours worth of audio for the Christmas. Oh, I've got the knees. I've got legs that would make some women jealous.
He does have good legs.
It's the only thing that keeps you from running to
Yeah, see, he's got great legs. He'd do fine in a coat.
no hair on my legs. It's a genetic condition passed down from my mom's side. Through my mom's side, I also have just a tiny wee bit of Native American in me. But I'm not like those people that have like 1/16 Cherokee blood and they go, I've got Native American blood in me. No, you don't. If you're not at least a quarter, don't claim it.
Pretty diluted, yeah.
Maybe an eighth. I don't know. But
Yeah, your mom's good at stories. Lowland Scottish. Ooh, not the Highlands, you're a lowland.
Luma's giving me grief. He doesn't
Yeah,
hate it.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just not a fanboy. I take that personally, Luma. But to me, you never know what's good or bad until you buy it.
You can look at reviews, but I mean, Anthony buys trains because he wants that train, not really.
Yeah, that's why I have Pico. I would never buy
Yeah,
Pico.
he has Pico. He bought the Acme because he wanted the train.
Yeah. So I buy the train. I try to get Miraklin. If Miraklin makes it, I won't buy it from another company. That's why I have the Miraklin ICE4
Yeah.
and not the Pico ICE4. I will buy it if it's Miraklin.
Most Americans are Heinz creepy. People moved here and we all interbreeded.
We're mutts.
Mhm.
We're mutts. Americans are
Yep.
mutts. I mean, I can, I'm 3/4 German. 3 of my 4 grandparents were born in Germany, but I'm American.
Yeah.
But I've got Scottish, and even the Dodge part. The Dodge is English.
Mhm.
And we were from, I forget, but we lived in Kent for a while, and we lived in Shropshire, something like that. Well, hello,
you got a
Kenward.
newbie. Hi,
We got a newbie.
Kenward.
Welcome, Kenward.
He has to christen you.
Knight. It's not Kristen, it's Knight.
Sorry. It looks so different. Is there a German equivalent to Sam's trains? Who's the... For the most part, Germans don't do the running sessions.
I never clear your night at the wrong my table.
I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say that much.
I would say the closest thing to Sam's Train in Germany that I'm aware of is, it's a long name. It's Modell von Teume. But he doesn't just do locos. He's got a layout that runs everywhere in his house, a couple of tracks. He builds models. He does train reviews and
that's the dude that has the
that his
great sense of
Marcus. Yeah, he's Marcus.
He's funny.
He's funny.
You can do subtitles on him, can't you? Can you do that?
Oh yeah, but I don't need to.
I know you don't, but if other guys wanted to check them out.
If he provided them, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brunello Russo is a great channel, and he does train reviews. But I thought about saying he's sort of like Sam's Trains, except all he does is he does very professional reviews.
He does professional reviews.
He used to do a lot more. I don't know if he's been sick or if the club's just been struggling.
I mean, he's intentionally not very personable. Well, Sam
he doesn't put himself on.
Sam is very personable. I think it's Sam's person that makes him so popular.
But, as far as doing train reviews, he's definitely one that's out there. But Modell von Teume is probably the best.
Yeah, just for a casual person doing trains in his... Just a casual person doing trains in his house.
Helmut's Trains. At Luma, it's all good. I know. I was giving you a little razz. It's all in fun, I hope.
Oh, yeah, no problems.
The only island or culture to never be invaded or integrated is...
Yeah. He's, Anthony's happy with American, but he's not. You gotta.
I don't know. Is there an island with
You
Pacific?
threaten them enough to have them send you an email.
Who?
American.
Oh, well, that was Miracle USA.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
Miracle USA sent me an email.
Poopy on them then.
We really appreciate what you're doing, but you got a lot of things wrong. Okay, would you tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can correct it? Never heard from them again.
Yeah, just let us know why.
Tell me what I'm doing wrong so I can fix it. I can correct it. But they were like, I don't know if they were trying to tell me to stop acting like a Miracle know-it-all site or what it was. They're like, because they specifically say, and we're not here for you to use as a commercial, like, hey, we really are supporting. Oh, Japan was invaded. Japan was invaded twice by the Mongols. Now they weren't integrated, but they were invaded. And technically the U.S. invaded them, occupied them post-war. After we bombed them, because we didn't want to invade them. See, that's the thing. Talking history, not politics. History. There's a lot of revisionist history. Some comes out of Japan, some comes out of some parts of America about, using the nuclear, using the 2 atomic bombs on Japan was uncalled for, blah, blah, blah. No. If you add up all the people killed by the bombs, which between the two cities was 170,000 people, all the people injured, an additional 300,000 people, all the people thus affected with whatever genetic defects or whatever for the last 76 years since we dropped the atomic bombs, that is all the people affected, killed, injured, or potential birth defects caused by their exposure to radiation sickness, is still 1/10 the U.S. government projected casualties of an invasion of Japan. The U.S. military, and that's not just, they projected 1 to 2 million American soldier deaths and 17 million Japanese casualties. population and soldiers. Plus, by seeing 2 nuclear bombs go off, it was enough to scare us off that we didn't wind up launching them at each other through the whole Cold War. That we became aware if they're bad. So using them once or twice was actually beneficial and saved more lives over the last 77 years. Using the nuclear bomb. I'm sorry if that
But it was
offends
horrible.
people, but it's true.
No
It was
question
horrible,
horrible.
but it's true. They saved lives. The 2 atomic bombs saved lives.
It was rough growing up in the 70s.
Yeah, we did that. I mean, I don't know if you guys did elsewhere, but growing up in the United States, we did bomb drills.
Yeah, like your desk was gonna save you from a nuclear blast, but
I got in trouble in 2nd grade because I finally heard my parents talking about it, and I looked at my teacher and said, Miss Penny, if a nuclear bomb goes off, we're either going to be vaporized or the explosion force is going to knock these buildings over. How is this desk going? I got in trouble for that.
never speak the truth in
Never
elementary
speak
school.
the truth in elementary school.
Unless you got a cool teacher like me who would like to talk to you about it. Yeah, I know. We gotta do what our bosses tell us. And it gives you just a little feeling of control.
It's my railroad and I'll do what I want. One
Yeah.
too many beats there.
Yeah.
It's my trains and I'll do what I want.
Nah, Leslie, blame Heath.
Hey, Philip Page, nice to see you, sir. No, never colonized, though.
No.
Except by the Japanese, who technically would have invaded that island, too. You know, even Native Americans invaded North America. They were just the first.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's...
War sucks.
But, yeah, it was a... It's human history.
Yeah,
It's
it
human
is.
history.
It is human history.
You know, every now and then... Well, no, that'll go too political.
Yeah, you should probably just stop.
If everybody were to go back from where we came from, we'd all be in Central Africa right now.
It get pretty crowded.
And be damn crowded.
Yeah. So, yeah, AJ's favorite book there with Death.
Oh, the book thief.
Yeah, that quote from Death. Young men think they're running to their enemies, but instead they're running to me.
Yeah.
That's a terrific quote.
The book thief is a great book.
It really is.
I'm glad my son liked it. It was a great book. He introduced it to
Yeah,
us.
he
so
found- yeah,
he
he-
found it. But yeah, it's a
Junior
great
high,
book.
he found it in the library, and he was so tickled because Death was telling the story.
See, when I was in high school, we had to read Red Badge of Courage and All's Quiet on the Western Front. Now, nobody teaches those 2 books. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, really. Now you go
We used to have to read Red Badge of Courage and, let's see, Across 5 Aprils, Red Badge of Courage, and All's Quiet on the Western Front. Now, none of those books are on any reading list.
Well, your ICE4.
Oh, my ICE4 is running.
Yeah, it's on.
Well, it's right here, just past you.
Oh, there it is.
It's over there,
It's
or
on
in
the
their
third
case, over
lane. I
there.
thought it was on the outer lane.
He's coming up in the background here, except for, no, the rail jet won't cut him off because he's on the inside. So there he goes. There's the ICE4. Quick, up the ramp. Except that one will get him blocked. Oh, no, because you can see it. So there's the ICE4. Let's go station view.
It is clearly a very weather-active day.
There's the ICE4. I'm waiting for the second half of cars to come in. Oh, I got to show you something that maybe you could just say screw it and buy it for Christmas.
Okay.
And then DB4, where's DB4? Quick, get on it. Here it goes. Hopefully Railjet won't catch him. There he is.
Ooh, the kids-
Widescreen 4K. There's that gorgeous ICE4.
That's not very impressive. The winds are dying down here.
No, it's not even shunting. It's not even shunting. When I go to park the ICE4, he's got a spot reserved for him, and it was the ICE3 spot, but the ICE3 has to give up its space. But maybe not yet, because the IC3 is still technically the IC4.
Sunday morning, up to an inch of snow possible.
Ooh.
Then it's going to rain in the afternoon, so.
Yeah, well, Joyce was just reading we're going to get snow this weekend.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, the Ridget is running slow. I don't know if I need to do a service on him, probably. Because I crashed him today.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, but he's been doing this, so I'm not seeing any effect of the crash.
Huh. Luma, he always likes the sound options.
What? Oh, I love
The sound options.
some of the sound options are silly.
He's gonna do a video on that too.
Yeah, I'm going to bring back my show, The Model Train Outsider. I'm going to do a very in-depth look at the ICE4.
So stay tuned.
So stay tuned. I think that I'll be filming that maybe next weekend. Like I'll alternate Model Train Outsider and Miracle Outsider. But yeah, I'm going to use the Miracle Outsider show to highlight new locomotives, new trains. That's one of the things I wanted to do this week and I didn't get to it. Got distracted with other things. It's got 32 functions right now with an additional 4 when I get the...
chapters in my book. I'm reading them all.
There's no shunting challenge. I'm not doing a shunting challenge. I don't even do shunting. I don't even have it really set up to do shunting.
You do back it out of the way.
I just have a train pulls this way, another train goes in, and then that train goes back in. It's not the multi-lane thing that you guys see.
Very simple.
Yeah, England's getting hammered.
Sounds like it. Wow.
Well, the UK, the British Isles, Great Britain are being hammered by storms apparently.
I can find it.
Yes, some are silly. Some sound functions you do question, like the automated toilet flushing sound. Why? Because somebody thought, oh, this will be funny. My Rheingold, the steamer Rheingold, the really deluxe one. The people eating where you hear fork and knife scraping on a plate. That's a little silly as a sound function. And, World War I, like a lot of kids into history and military history, as an American, I did the Civil War, was big into the Civil War for a while. And I moved into World War II, was big into World War II for a while. I did the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, although my brother-in-law has gotten big into the War of 1812, so he now knows a lot more about the War of 1812 than I did, or he knows more than I did, a lot more than I do now, because I don't remember most of it. There's a time I could quote all the generals and the battles and the battlefields and blah, blah. Mine go both ways, so when I look at it, if you were sitting where I'm at, 156, technically I guess you would say it's clockwise, because I look at it left to right clockwise. Let me go to the map here. Layout map view. No, not that crappy camera. I'll make sure I've got a microphone that's working. Yep, okay, great. So, where I'm sitting right now, I'm facing what you see above me. I'm facing that. My control area is right here in front of me where it says control area. Now this needs updated because now I have 2 monitors for my computer. The laptop is over on where it calls the tool area, but you can't see that. The test track area is still on my left. And as you see, it looks like it's my right to you guys, but it's my left. So So technically, I would say I look at it as clockwise. Basically, if this were real geography, and I know Split Rock wants me to do something like this, if this were real geography, that's north. That's north. Where you're looking. See, I'm pointing the wrong way. To my left. This is my left. But this camera does reverse imaging instead of mirror imaging. But to my left is the west and Delmenhorst, and then Bremen is east of Delmenhorst. Delmenhorst is about 9 miles due west of downtown Bremen, or Altstadt, Bremen. Did they have that? I know I've got my ICE 3 has both English and German station announcements. My Czech has Czech, German, and English. My Czech Railjet course has announcements in Czech, English, and German. But yeah, the new one only has German announcements. And of course, many. Or wait, no, it doesn't have English. I think it does have some English. Let's find out. Dooby-doo-doo-doo, shooby-doo-doo. Let's, well, where is he? Nope, wrong controller. Well,
Here's England. Whoops. Where is he?
he's coming around right now, so let's stop him on the 11-lane view as he gets here.
It's midnight. Why are you people still up?
Throw that guy down. I'm gonna eliminate all the sound. Let's go 11-lane view. Come on, a little closer, a little closer. And
Screw that, Ivo.
but so I got big into World War I because it was a less studied war and really loved World War I history. But now, as far as military history goes, I love medieval warfare. That's my big thing. I just love medieval warfare. But World War I, you can't study World War II without understanding World War I. You can't study European and even world history without a solid knowledge of World War I. But I'm going to turn your camera around, Joyce.
Okie dokie.
Let's go this way. Let's get that out of the way. So let me see if Joyce's camera will let me do it. Mexico. No. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so there we go. And then you've got the mic there.
Hi, Karen.
Kieran's taking off?
Yep.
Okay, Kieran, take care.
It's midnight.
Yeah, it's after 6. We got to do this, but I just wanted to do this real quick. Where is he? There he is. Let's just pull him over. Come on. Pull over there. And then do this. Nope. That's German.
Yeah, it's our friends already, but they understood Nix's fault. They understood.
Nope, they're all in German. Okay, they are all in German.
Yeah, because sometimes we do.
Über Ihre Anschlusszüge informiere ich Sie rechtzeitig vor der Einfahrt. In unserem Bistro servieren wir Ihnen heute gerne kalte und warme Snacks.
Servieren kalte
Unser
und warme
Restaurant
Snacks.
befindet sich
Okay.
im Wagen 8. Wegen hoher Streckenauslastung hat unser Zug derzeit eine Verspätung von 5 Nächster Halt, München Hauptbahnhof.
Yeah, they're all in German. But this is the best part, Luma. I don't know if you watched anything, but that's the cool. That's the cool stuff.
Yeah, that is new. I've never seen that before. The motor in the middle of the train.
Oh no, they always are.
Are always?
Well, on the ICEs, the power car.
All the ICEs are?
All the ICEs, the power car is the restaurant,
Restaurant car.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
power car is the
I
restaurant
know you
car.
said that, but I just thought it was.
In fact, the only high-speed train I got, well, the Railjet, but all my ICEs, the power is in the restaurant cars.
Right.
That's why I had to mail them off.
Yeah, I'm on German time. I forgot. So okay, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
midnight there. It's 11 o'clock in the UK. We gotta go ahead and get off here. So because it's our dinner time and we got other things we got to do here. And flickery. So let's just go where we're at. There's not many people left anyhow, but there we go. All right. So once again, everybody, on behalf of Oma Joyce.
You don't know what to call me?
No, I was going to make some sort of Planet of the Apes joke, and
Yeah, Oma Joyce.
Oma Joyce, who apparently has a recording career after I die.
Yes, woohoo. I've got a record.
But it's all connected to the end of the world, dear. But I got that going for me. Anyhow, for the remainder of you who are here, thanks for joining us for another.
Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't.
Can I hit your like button?
Careful.
Okay, we just went PG-13 with those.
Sure did.
Anyhow, we're gonna say to all of you again, thanks for sharing time with us. Go back and watch some of our old videos and
So you
tell friends about us.
so you
Tell friends and
understand.
family to
Yeah,
avoid it.
because he's getting close to 1,000.
I'm almost-
and it's,
Yeah, I'm
a
begging for
little
subscribers.
help
now.
would be nice.
I'm becoming a
Just,
subscriber
just
whore.
to get it up,
I'm becoming a subscriber whore. All of a sudden, I need subscribers. But I will not. There are some things I'll do for subscribers, but I will not shunt or run Steuerwagen reverse
Go,
for subscribers. Anyhow, everybody have a great night. I'll be the Zane Choos and happy trains. Take care.